Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Devi Ki, Srila Prabhupada Ki, Govinda, Hare Krishna. So welcome everyone, bienvenue to the mall. So nice to be here with you. I would like to begin my part at least by asking you all, can you please lift your hands in the air? Leve les mains. Everyone take a deep breath. And everyone say after me, après moi. Very loud, after me, après moi. Hare Krishna. Hare. I said loud. Après moi, loud. Hare Krishna. You're tired, aren't you? Fatigué. It's been a long day. Anyway, first of all, I'd like to congratulate the organizers for making such a wonderful festival. I've been coming most of the years to this festival for many years. Madhavatiti Bhakati Janani means that means Krishna consciousness, and Janani means mother. And we all know what the mother does. The mother protects. They add transcendental depth to our lives in Krishna consciousness. Vrindavan. In Goloka Vrindavan, Radha and Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan. Very famous pastime, a boating pastime. And a special sacrifice for the benefit of Lord Krishna and his brother, Lord Balova. So they saw one rather brooch blue skin. Take a guess who it was. So it's all right. Don't worry. Manasi Ganga. And there are different advent Krishna. I remember one time, maybe 10 years ago, we had one very big-sized devotee here from Vrindavan. He was in the same boat as me, and the boat almost sank. So in this pastime, in Manasi Ganga with Lord Krishna, Srimati Radharani and the gopis, the boat almost sank. So we are performing the same pastimes. We're actually getting insight and experience of what happens in the pastimes of Radha and Krishna by taking part in a festival like this. Just like Prabhupada said about the paintings in our books. Srila Prabhupada said, they are like windows into the spiritual world, where you can just look through and see what's going on in the spiritual world. So that pastime we had today with the boating pastime out in the lagoon, it's an experience of what actually happens in the kingdom of God. So it gives us some insight, it gives us some experience, some taste for what is there in the spiritual world. Then we came in and we did the other pastime in the pool there, and it's the same idea to actually get some experience, some involvement doing what is done up there in the spiritual world, in Goloka Vrindavan, in the kingdom of God. And by getting these experiences, then our dormant love for Krishna, which is there within the heart, which is already there within the heart but is covered over, that dormant love for Krishna becomes reawakened. It becomes reawakened, and we get a real experience of what it's like. So that's what these festivals are for. Madhavatiti Bhakati Janani, and therefore I want to congratulate the organizers for doing it so nicely, doing it in such ways that we all, that you all and we all get experience, at least a glimpse of what it's like in the spiritual world. Yes, the spiritual world is much nicer than the material world. Here we are within the material world, and I think you all know that it's very difficult. Just look at some of the things which are going on in the world at the moment. If you follow the news a little, I wouldn't advise you to follow it too much, because you'll develop a depression for sure. But see what horrible things are happening in Israel, Palestine, Russia, Ukraine, in different parts of Africa. It's incredible. It's crazy, actually, what is going on. So this material world, it is not a nice place. Prabhupada's spiritual master, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he said this material world is no place for a gentleman. Means a cultured person, a decent person, a good person. This material world is not suitable for good people. It's just full of nonsense, full of rubbish, and people doing all sorts of rubbish things. It's really terrible. But actually the spiritual world, the kingdom of God, is so much nicer than this rotten material world. That's described by Lord Brahma in the Brahma Samhita. Sri Akanta Kanta Parama Purusha Kalpataravo Druma Bhumis Chintamani Gana Mai Toyam Amritam. It's a beautiful verse from Brahma Samhita. Lord Brahma, the creator, he says that in the spiritual world, in the kingdom of God, he says all the water tastes like nectar. Then he says every word is a song. every step is a dance. Some water. All the water tastes like nectar. Let's just check it out. At least someone is thinking. Is it nectar or what is it? It's water. I'm sorry. And per de l'eau. Yeah. So in the spiritual world, all the water tastes like nectar. Every word is a song, and every step is a dance. That's what it's like. It's a world, a way of life, full of beauty, full of love, full of happiness, which is very different from what life is like in this material world. Yeah, every step is a dance in the spiritual world. That, well, I don't know who's the best. We saw some dances a few minutes ago. That was a bit sort of, what would you say, Bollywood. Anyway, it was interesting. But in the spiritual world, actually, Jiva Goswami, one of our great spiritual masters, he says that in the spiritual world, every step, their ordinary walking, is like our best dancing. Our best dancing. Not just, a bit of sort of Bollywood something, which, may be okay, but actually our best dancing. Just the ordinary walking is like our best dancing. And every word is a song. When people just converse, just simple conversation, en Creole, qui manière, tout correct, qui arrive. When people just ordinary talk, it means nothing. It just doesn't mean anything serious at all. But their ordinary talk is like our best singing. Our Ravindra Swarup Prabhu, who was singing some minutes ago, he's a fairly good singer. He's South African, one of our better South African singers. But in Goloka Vrindavan, their ordinary talk is even better than we can't imagine how wonderful it is. So Prabhupada wanted, Srila Prabhupada wanted that this Krishna consciousness movement would demonstrate and show and give people an experience of what life is like in the spiritual world. Give people an experience and give people the opportunity to meet people who are like the people in the spiritual world. People like pure devotees. Prabhupada wanted that all the devotees in the Krishna consciousness movement become pure devotees, like the devotees in the spiritual world, so that when the ordinary people in this world who have so many problems and so many challenges when they meet the devotees, who are pure devotees, it'll be such an experience like, wow, that's amazing. What people, what sort of people are these? Just wonderful, beautiful people. So these festivals, and like I said, I said already twice, I'll say it again because Maharaj, the main organizer, is here. I want to congratulate the organizers for making such a nice festival. Really. It's wonderful because it takes us just off the streets of this world and it takes us into the spiritual world and gives us that taste, that experience of what the spiritual world is like. And what the residents of the spiritual world are like. So that we need to have some real experience like that. Not just to believe. Many processes of religion, they tell us just to believe in something. You don't know. You don't know whether it's really true or not, but you're meant to just believe, and you don't find out if it's true or not until you die. And then if it's not true and you die, then it's too late. You wasted your time. So yeah, that's what this Krishna consciousness movement is for. To, in different ways, through these festivals, through the association of devotees, this Krishna consciousness movement is meant to give us experiences like this, real experiences of what is the spiritual world in reality. And not just cheap experiences on the material level. You know, I don't know about here in Mauritius. I know when you meet people, you say Kimonier. In English-speaking places, when you meet people in the street,